Hi. Stop. Imagine this. An open field, wide open, with a pretty severely mutated version of Donkey's best friend and your group of brave garrison commanders going at it. And suddenly, deformed Shrek gets his game on and summons the most unsubtle mines in history. Mines are supposed to be hidden, like the very definition of landmine is an explosive charge concealed just under the surface of the ground. Could it even be more straightforward? But no, let's make sure our enemies know exactly where those deadly attractions are placed. I'm so amazing that everything else would be unfair. But Kakio, those are arcane mines, and hell, that's just how raid mechanics work. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't know magic equals moronic tactics, or that it isn't possible to show the mines being put down for just a few seconds and then hiding them. That seems like a more sensible mechanic to me. Okay, back on track. Let's say you observe those well-concealed mines being placed right on top of you and your group. Now, depending on your mental health and overall will to survive, what do you do in this situation? You fucking try to not get blown to pieces, right? Well, when my guild and I finally got to Imperator and High Mall, we had this one person, a female in fact, who basically stepped in the mines whenever she felt like it. Now, I'm not much for calling names and such, so for the sake of anonymity, we'll call her John. Over a course of 3 weeks, Jack became the first guild member to be the sole reason we didn't even get to third base. I don't think anyone could ever stand in a trap quite like Jake did. I tell you, it was a magnificent method, in the sense that she was like a magnet, attracting every possible way to trigger those mines. Just imagine what would happen if she went on Tumblr. When dealing with mines, you have to be mindful. Look, I get it, professions can be addictive, but this is taking mining too far. I would say it was a once-in-a-lifetime sight, but Johnny blew up close to 50 times, so not really. Observing it was quite mind-numbing, comparable to doing this fucking world quest for the 93rd time. One of the strangest mysteries about Edward's performance was the fact that she was a hunter. Assuming no mines were behind her, she could press one button and she would leap to safety. And if that didn't allow for the use of the word hunt hard, she even managed to make less DPS than the tank, in an expansion where hunters were well off. Now, you might be sitting there wondering why this human being wasn't removed from the raiding roster. Well, my friend, it's quite logical. Henry the fucking Third was the wife of the guildmaster's brother, which naturally should give you a seat in the front row, so to speak. But at one point she just suddenly stopped showing up, and without even kidding here, we actually killed Imperator just a few days after her sudden disappearance. However, while she was there, you really started to tolerate, even appreciate damage deals below the tanks and the meters, as long as they can use their delicate little fingers to move away from easily avoidable mechanics. Normal suicide bombers only get to blow up a maximum of once. Yet Bin Laden Jr. was sadly successful in doing it at least 50 times.